Hi everyone, this is my final project for literature and film. If you're wondering why I'm dressed like this, honestly, it's because I'm trying to remain a little unapproachable. If this novel reminded me of anything, it is that you can't trust anyone, not even yourself. And honestly, being stuck at home during this time and reading a novel like this makes me want to wear all black anyways. All the Missing Girls was published by Megan Miranda in 2016 and was actually featured in the New York Times bestsellers list. Um, I actually read this novel myself because it was recommended to me as a realistic Gone Girl. When I heard that, I knew that I definitely needed to read it. And just like the novel slash movie Gone Girl, the narrator in All the Missing Girls is definitely not reliable, and you start to realize that what she's telling you might not always be how things actually occurred. Um, so the novel begins by introducing us to the main character, Nick Farrell, who, for the first few pages at least, seems to live a perfectly normal life. Nick moved away from her small town, Cooley Ridge, to attend college and grad school, and she eventually landed a job and became engaged to a lawyer named Everett, who she seems very happy with at first, and they have a good home life, and everything seems to be going really well for her. Her life is interrupted when she receives a phone call from her brother back home requesting her assistance with her father. Their father has dementia, and in order to keep him in the nursing home that he's in, they must sell their childhood home. If the phone call wasn't enough, Nick receives a really cryptic letter from his dad that reads, "I need to talk to you. That girl. I saw that girl." This is super weird because, like I just stated, Nick's father has dementia, and the only way that he will communicate with people is through letters, and he only does that when he has something really important to tell them. So, obviously, this is super important, and this prompts her to pack her things and drive the many hours back home to her hometown that she has only been to twice in the last 10 years. As the novel continues and Nick is traveling home, we find out that the girl that her father is referring to is Corrine, who was Nick's best friend when they were just 18 years old, and Corrine disappeared then and still has not been found. Nick, her boyfriend Tyler at the time, and her brother Daniel were all the last to be seen with her at the county fair, so they're all the primary suspects. Rumors nearly tore the small town apart, and Nick's reasoning for leaving seems to become a little more clear. Again, seems. When Nick arrives home, she unpacks her bags and quickly goes to see her father, but before she can discuss his letter with him, her old boyfriend Tyler walks in, and his date, Annalise, is in the car, and Annalise just so happens to be the girl that was their alibi all those years ago the night Corrine disappeared. As the novel continues, without giving too much away, this is where everything starts to take a turn. The author takes the interesting route of telling the story in a reverse order. The chapters follow as days 15 through day 1, and the current situation begins to give clues to the past that we were told about at the very beginning of the novel surrounding Corrine and Nick and everyone involved with that situation. On day 15, Annalise goes missing, just as Corrine did 10 years ago. Nick not only has to deal with this, but she also has to deal with her father, who starts to tell people that he knows where Corrine is in his moments of lucidity. Nick begins to act super weird when all of this starts going on. She's not sleeping, she is not eating, she loses her engagement ring. She clearly begins to panic with everything going on around her. And Nick tries to hide all of this chaos of her hometown and everything that's going on at home from her fiance while growing closer to Tyler as they seem to be thrown back into their past 10 years ago. As Nick unravels the mystery surrounding Annalise's disappearance, she begins to discover more secrets about her family, friends, Corrine's disappearance, and ultimately herself that she eventually wishes she would have just kept buried. If you want something that keeps you on the edge of your seat and keeps you guessing to where you are getting the entire time, you should definitely give this novel a chance. Thank you.